In February of 2016, we were hired to establish a trapping program on a farm in eastern Alabama. We used aerial photos and talked with the farmer to determine where to place our bait sites. The location selected for the first bait site was in an agricultural field bordered by a large federal installation to the north and lease hunting land to the east. We set an automated feeder and trail camera in a hedgerow near where the hogs had been seen entering and exiting the field. This location would allow us to observe the bait site from a distance and not interfere with the daily farming operations. Hogs began to use the bait site on 24 February. Note the single light-colored hog. Having a hog with distinctive markings or colorings will aid in identifying family groups or sounders. By March 3rd, this sounder, consisting of 2 adult sows and 15 juveniles, had been on the bait for a week. The decision was made to introduce the enclosure to them. We arrived mid-morning to assemble the trap. I chose to build a flex panel trap as the trap would remain here for the foreseeable future due to the large population of hogs in the area. 2 of the farm hands arrived to help set up the enclosure. First, we positioned the gate facing the direction the hogs most often approach the bait from. We placed 3 JAGER patented 1860 wild hog panels on each side of the bait site, overlapped them one section, and tied the panels together. The 3 panel sections can be stood up and placed between the M.I.N.E gate and T-post. The panels are secured to the left and right of the gate, then to each other. The corral is then rounded out and all gaps under the panels are filled with dirt. T-posts are placed every 8 squares along the panels. 7-foot T-posts are driven until they are 2 to 3 inches above the top of the panel. The control box is then mounted to the gate, the battery is installed in the control box, and the M.I.N.E camera is timed to the gate. The camera is then mounted outside of the corral, opposite of the gate, and 7 to 8 feet off the ground. This location keeps the camera safe from damage and allows the photo to include the gate opening and most of the inside of the trap. Having the camera looking down into the trap will also aid in a quick and accurate count of the hogs. Before leaving, the trap is baited in the gate opening and outside the front of the trap. This will allow shy hogs to feed near the trap and observe the other hogs enter and exit the gate. We moved the trail camera to observe the hogs as they approach the trap. The first night the sounder arrived at the trap at 10:52. Notice the juvenile hogs are already feeding the gate threshold. They all spook and run off, but return 10 minutes later. The sounder arrives at 10:17 on March 4th. On March 7th, one of the 2 adult sows enters the trap for the first time. On March 8th, the hogs arrive at 8:28 and the juveniles enter the trap with little hesitation. On March 10th, the M.I.N.E cam photo shows both sows in the trap for the first time. On the night of March 11th, the juveniles arrive at 7:29. The first sow arrives at 7:30, followed by sow number 2. Our goal is to arrive at the trap within 1 hour of capture. All present and accounted for. I'm going to go ahead and close it. We parked 300 yards from the trap and approached on foot. We observed a second sounder with 2 large sows feeding near the trap. We approached the sounder in the field from downwind and stalked to within 50 yards. Using a countdown, both adult sows were shot at the same time.
Safety's off. 3, 2, 1.
Removing the most educated adults will shorten the amount of time needed for the remaining juveniles to condition to the enclosure. We refer to this process as dumbing down the sounder. Approaching the trap with the truck headlights helps to keep the hogs calm and prevent them from damaging the trap or injuring themselves. The hogs are dispatched in the trap with a shot to the head from a suppressed .22 rifle. Notice the tactical light attached to the rifle. This ensures the light is pointed where the gun is pointed. The sounder and the 2 sows shot outside the trap are photographed and the data is gathered on the sounder. In this video, we have demonstrated how to properly implement the 3-step JAGER Capture Success Matrix. Step 1. Condition the pigs to trust the bait site as a daily food source. Step 2. Condition the pigs to trust the corral enclosure as a daily food source. Step 3. Implement the optimum trigger device to capture the entire sounder. The education level of each sounder will dictate the amount of time between steps. Intel gathered from photo and video observation of the bait site will let you know when it is time to move to the next step.
Call or visit us on the web to purchase the latest equipment or learn more about the methods and technology needed to better control feral pig populations in your area. Be sure to visit our YouTube channel to view our entire instructional video series. Once online, keep clicking and like the Jaeger Pro Hog Control Systems Facebook page. If you have a story idea or just want to leave us a comment or suggestion, feel free to send us a message through Facebook or email us at info@jagerpro.com.